Mr. Kunal Tilak, a lawyer and a public policy enthusiast. Mr. Kunal Tilak currently serves as the track chair of the climate change theme in Y20 India. An alumnus of University of Glasgow, is an urban farming enthusiast and co-founder as an urban farming startup. Kunal Tilak is the fourth direct descendant of Lokmanya Tilak. He is one of the youngest delegate to represent India as an official observer to the United States from the University of Strathclyde, Glasgow. We are so honored to you be here, sir, and I welcome you at this juncture to deliver your lecture. And I'm so happy that youths are coming back to farming. They are making their startups, they are making their own companies, they are being an entrepreneur, they are giving jobs to the persons, they are giving jobs to our youth. Just do a job or give a job. That is your that is your way of thinking, and you are doing such a good job that you are giving job. Thank you so much, and I invite you for your talk.
Namaste. First of all, ma'am, I would like to say that I'm extremely honored and privileged to be able to speak here at the Indira Gandhi National Tribal University and especially at Amarkantak, a place which I have heard about for so many years from my family, a place, the land of Ma Narmada, where the Vindhyas and the Satpuras come together, and the place which we all call our Tirtha Kshetra. So it is really an honor once again, and I really want to thank the management team of Indira Gandhi National Tribal University for organizing this wonderful Y20 consultation here at Amarkantak. In the inaugural session, the EVBP National General Secretary Yagyavalkya Shukla ji spoke about and explained about why exactly this session, this Y20 consultation is happening at Amarkantak, and being the track chair for this year's Y20 for the climate change and disaster risk reduction theme. It makes me very happy to speak here in front of all of you. I realize there are many students here as well today who are still here after the post-lunch session. So I really would like to start by mentioning someone mentioned in one of the inaugural sessions that they referred to one of the Japanese delegates who spoke about in one of the sessions during our pre-summit in Leh. We had a pre-summit in the end of April in Leh, and I was chairing the session for the climate change, and one of the Japanese delegates stood up and said that what happens in India should not stay in India, and that was he was referring to climate change. So that made me go think about why exactly did he say that, what was going in his mind, what exactly are we doing that he thinks that what is India doing, it should not stay in India, it should go towards the world. The crux of this is basically that India is right now the pioneer, the world leading nation. So what have we done exactly? What has India done? And I would like to throw some light on what has India done exactly rather than what should be done, because it is also very necessary for everyone to know what India has done over the last few years in the field of climate change and disaster risk reduction. And I really feel that the youths today, those who are present in this Y20 consultation, they should go and tell the world that what India has been achieving, unprecedented feats of achievements in the field of climate change. And the youths are not the leaders of tomorrow. We all, I feel, are the leaders of today. And it is our sole responsibility to ensure that we act towards climate change, towards just and equitable climate justice, and ensure that the youths of tomorrow have a chance to live a better life. In COP26, Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave to the world the idea of Panchamrit. So you must have heard the word Panchamrit since the introductory session. So who all exactly knows what Panchamrit is? Can anybody tell me what exactly Panchamrit is from the audience? Can anybody tell me? Students? So Panchamrit is basically India's aim to generate 500 gigawatts of non-fossil fuel energy by 2030, to reduce our carbon emissions by 1 billion metric tons, to generate 50% of our energy from renewable sources, to reduce India's carbon intensity by 43% by 2030, and obviously to achieve net zero by 2070. So what are we doing in order to achieve this Panchamrit model? Does anybody know what are we doing? We have initiated the green hydrogen mission, which aims to produce green hydrogen, 5 million metric tons of green hydrogen in the next 5 years, in order to offset the 50 million metric tons of carbon emissions that we Indians generate every year. We are instrumental in establishing the International Solar Alliance in 2015, which aims to bring together funding, climate finance for solar related projects, for solar farms, and to ensure each and every Indian household is equipped with solar net metering, which basically sir spoke about reducing energy bills, household bills, which is a very, very instrumental aspect in reducing solar net metering, in reducing household bills. We have established the Mission Life project along with the Atal Rejuvenation Mission, which aims to transform Indian cities towards a low carbon economy, which aims to transform every Indian's lifestyle to transition to a low carbon economy, to adapt certain measures which we are needed to take in order to transition to a low carbon economy. And we need to really think about in the future about how, as simple things as how we are going to transit to work from our households and from work to our households again. It's a very, very important thing, and very, very small things that each one of us can contribute. And I would like to give a very simple example that is often overlooked and that doctor spoke of and even Daria mentioned, which every one of you in the audience can relate to today. But not many of you would have thought about it, which will make you rethink about how India has gone about its way in leading its citizens to a sustainable way of life. Can anyone tell me what I am talking about, the thing that I am talking about that Dr. mentioned and Daria also spoke about in her speech right now? Can anyone? It's the humble LED bulb. In 2015, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Ujala scheme to provide affordable LED bulbs to each and every Indian citizen. It led to the Ujala mission becoming the world's largest non-subsidized mission, which distributed LED bulbs, which replaced the old mercury bulbs that we used to have in our households. And I remember I was in my college it was around 2014, 2015, I think. And my father was excited to introduce the new LED bulb into our household, saying that it goes on for a year or 2 years. He was very excited. आज LED bulb लगाना है घर पे, बोले mercury bulb निकालना है, LED bulb लगाना है. Many of you would have experienced this as well. Very simple thing. Your father changing the LED bulb in your household. That led to a massive decrease in energy consumption bills over the years. And I'm very happy to say, and This is one of the greatest achievements of India over the last few years. In 2015, when the Ujala mission was launched, the price of a single LED bulb was 330 rupees. 330 rupees. And today, the price of a single LED bulb is 39 rupees. Can you imagine? We can get LED bulbs at such an affordable rate that each and every Indian household is today equipped with LED bulbs, which leads to lower energy bills for each household, which leads to micro level contribution of each and every Indian citizen towards leading a sustainable way of life, towards contributing towards a low carbon economy. And when it comes to carbon, I'd like to finish off my speech with a small case study that I've been touring all over India giving speeches since I'm the track chair for Y20. And in each of my speech, I've been giving this case study to each and every, to all the audience members who are present. So what is one of the easiest methods, or what is the most common method to adopt greener energies or to accelerate the rise and use of greener energies? In simple words, it is to increase the price of carbon. So what is it exactly? What do I mean when I say increase the price of carbon? Have you heard about carbon credits? Anybody, have you heard about carbon credits so far? So carbon credits is a financial tool. So one carbon credit gives you basically, in simple words, the right to emit 1 metric ton of carbon emissions. It's a financial tool which many companies are thinking of using right now. And I'll give you a simple example. Sir, have you ever ordered food from Zomato? If you order a food of 100 rupees, have you ever seen that Zomato gives you an option to pay 4 rupees more, in which they mention to lead a sustainable order. Your order will come to you in a sustainable way. So what exactly is Zomato doing here? What are they using the 4 rupees for? They're using some of the money of the 4 rupees. They're taking money from us so that they can buy carbon credits, so that they can give us our order in time. We need our order in time, obviously. The delivery guy needs to hop on his bike, fill in the petrol if he wants, and come to our house in less than 30 minutes. So basically, they are charging 4 rupees for every 100 rupees to buy some of the money of that to buy carbon credits, which they will maybe eventually sell to the government, to some private companies. In the Western world, there's already a industry set up for carbon credits. And so the case study that I wanted to give you today is, can any one of you think of an application like Paytm, like Google Pay, which can, where we can exchange carbon credits? If sir has the same application, I have the same application, and I want some carbon credits, sir can just enter his UPI code and send me the carbon credits. That will help increase the price of carbon. In short, that will create an economy for carbon. That will, in short, ensure that corporates, through their corporate social responsibility, increase their budget for corporate social responsibility and fund more and more climate related projects, fund more and more sustainability related projects, because more and more individuals will come forward to ensure that they contribute at least something towards climate change, so that they can claim at least one carbon credit in their life, which they can sell at a higher rate to one of their friends, to family, or to someone random, I don't know. So this is one of the case studies that I always give when I go to Y20 speeches. And think over it, students, those who are interested in startups, technology, and if you can develop an application, develop a business case, business proposal for this, please make sure that you go towards the proper sources, you go towards the proper channels. It is going to be one of the biggest industries in the next 10-15 years. Think about it. And of course, when you do that, do not forget to give me equity in your company. Thank you so much. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Kunal sir. It was such a crystal clear demonstration about the policies